Well, if you're wondering who the corporate Dems possibly are grooming for the 2020 presidential nomination, we might want to look to which freshman senator just went to the Hamptons to talk with a bunch of fundraising people with deep pockets, people who have funded Hillary and Obama. Kamala Harris, who has said repeatedly that she doesn't have interest on the national blah blah. That's nonsense. Saturday afternoon, this past Saturday, the first-term senator increased her familiarity with the Acela corridor and the big pockets lining it, courtesy of Hillary Clinton and her money people, when she went to Bridgehampton at the home of MWWPR guru Michael Kempner, a staunch Clinton supporter who was one of the national finance co-chairs and a lead fundraiser for the 2008 bid for presidency. This is of several organizations. Page 6, Town Hall, a bunch of people have reported on this. A Democratic insider is quoted as saying, Kamala's a big Democratic star right now at a time when they badly need a star. She's coming to the Hamptons to meet key people as she takes a national stage and expands her influence and ambitions. Yeah, money. I want to be president. And other people that she met with, right? Also, Kempner, you should know this about Kempner. He was listed as one of the top bundlers of Obama's 2012 re-election campaign, having raised $3 million. The guests that Kamala Harris supposedly met were Margot Alexander, a member of Clinton's inner circle, Dennis Mahil, a Democratic donor who is chairman of the Battery Park City Authority, even though he lives between a sprawling Westchester estate and an Upper East Side pad. Designer Stephen Gambrill, and Democratic National Committee member Robert Zimmerman. Washington lobbyist Liz Robbins is also hosting a separate Hamptons lunch for Harris. So, Kamala Harris did several things, right? She opposed 18 of Trump's 22 administration nominees. She was very strong at grilling Jeff Sessions. And what the thing why she's dangerous, in my opinion, I voted for. She was endorsed by Obama. She was the district attorney. She's tough. She's strong, and blah, blah, blah. But if you look, she does that thing that the corporate Democrats are very good at doing. Her Twitter feed says things like, as Trump attempts to restrict voting rights, we have to work to make it easier for everyone to vote. Oh, #resist, right? On Thurgood Marshall's birthday, we remember his words. We must dissent from the fear, the hatred, because America can do better, right? We got to stop the health care bill, right? We need to stop saying folks are going to lose their health care if the GOP repeal bill passes. We're not losing it. They're taking it away. Okay. Great. But this is the woman who did not prosecute Steve Mnuchin when he was in charge of OneWest Bank, who also was a Goldman Sachs guy. She didn't prosecute him when she was Attorney General of the state of California. Could have put Steve Mnuchin behind bars. Could have really exposed OneWest Banks, what they did criminally. As I've said before on this show, I'll give you a quick synopsis. I owned a home. The recession hit. It was hard for me to get work. I was starting to fall behind. And I called my mortgage lender, which was IndyMac Bank, and they told me in October of 2008, let your mortgage payment get over 30 days late. I had never been late before with a mortgage payment. Once you fall over 30 days late, then we have all this stimulus money, because George Bush had just put hundreds of billions of dollars into stimulus money. And we'll have programs to help you out. So I did that. They put me on what they call the forbearance. They cut my mortgage payment in half for 3 months. And I was like, awesome. And I just started renting my condo. So I was like, I moved into a little small 1-bedroom. I'm like, okay, I'm going to make this work. And they're like, in the 3 months, we'll restructure your loan. Millions of people are going through this. We just need some time. Great. At the end of the 3 months, they said, oh, you don't qualify. And now you owe us 3 months back mortgage because you were paying half payments. It was crazy. It was like $10,000 they were claiming I owed them, or 11 or 12, didn't matter. Obama gets sworn in. He puts another, $500-600 billion into the mortgage, his stimulus plan. They say the same thing, cut my mortgage, we're going to put you on a forbearance, and in 3 months, we'll restructure your loan. I said, I'm not looking for a free mortgage, just restructure, get the payment lower. I've got somebody in there renting it, so Then under Obama's stimulus plan, they said the same thing. Oh, you didn't make, you don't qualify and you've been making half payments, so now you're in trouble. They did that to me one more time, then I hired an attorney. I find out later OneWest Bank bought my mortgage from IndyMac Bank for about 30-40% of its value. And I was in a neighborhood that was a pretty valuable neighborhood by the beach. I had friends of mine who lived in neighborhoods that had been way overvalued, and they got into problems. They fell behind because they were lost work. And they actually did restructure their loan and keep them in their house because the banks knew, oh, we can't get any money for this house. But in my neighborhood, since my mortgage only cost them 30 to 40 cents on the dollar, they went, we foreclosed this guy, we'll resell his place, we'll make a profit. Because the mortgage, the home prices dipped in my neighborhood. They actually, they got hurt like everywhere, but they did nosedive. And they did this to millions of people, and Steve Mnuchin also did the robo-signing, and they didn't prosecute anybody. So this is Kamala Harris. So she does that thing of her Twitter feed is all resist, 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 and Thurgood Marshall and all this stuff. But behind the scenes, she's going out to the Hamptons, right? And the Democrats would love to have her because she's young, she's ethnic. Oh man, this will be great. Elizabeth Warren's too old, Bernie's too old, the Clintons, whatever. But this is just more of the same nonsense. And of course, this is what she does. She goes to big donors in the Hamptons. The worst. This is the worst. The Hamptons are part of the problem. So keep an eye on Kamala Harris. And if she becomes if the DNC really wants her to be the nominee, they will. And you watch, she'll crush a progressive. If Nina makes a run, they'll put her up against Nina and they'll try to crush her. Or Tulsi. Right? If they had to choose between, any of those three women, the corporate Democrats are going to go Kamala Harris because she's a corporate Democrat. Do not be fooled by her at all. And everybody needs to know about this and be paying attention. Where she's getting her money from, because she's getting it from the people in the Hamptons, big Clinton supporters. Guess what? That means she'll be against single payer. That means she'll be for increasing war. She'll get money from the banks. She's on board with the banks. She is. So we got to pay close attention. And we got more reason to get behind real progressives like Nina Turner and Tulsi Gabbard. People like that.